All right, I guarantee you, this man, Lance Hokut, was jamming to some of that Little Richard right then, right there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Lance is joining us now. Of course, he is our money man. Lance Hokut, good morning, my friend. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, guys. How y'all doing this morning on a Monday morning?
We are doing well. We were just talking about Little Richard since he passed away over the weekend. And I'm hearing stories that he came and performed at like a concert in Tuscaloosa many years ago. It might have been City Fest. And he had some connection. I got to get the details on this story, Lance, with Shane Spiller's dad, Mike Spiller, who's a great musician himself. I don't know if they performed together or what the story is, but we're going to get to the bottom of it, I guarantee.
You know, I remember City Fest in the old parking lot. I guess it's now the Embassy Suite. Do you remember that? When it was right there downtown, Oktoberfest and all that. That was some good times, wasn't it?
Definite good times for sure. No doubt about it. Now, fortunately, we got the amphitheater, so we're good to go.
You know, I heard a stat this morning about an amphitheater starting up somewhere in the Midwest where it was 1,000-seat capacity, but they went to 250. I hope we don't have to go to something like that, a quarter of the capacity. That's tough.
Oh, that would be very, very tough, and I hope we don't have to deal with that in Tuscaloosa either. I know this morning, Lance, we want to focus on the future of the economy. As it seems like we've got light at the end of this corona tunnel, things starting to open up. Thank goodness for that here in Tuscaloosa today and around Alabama. So let's take a look at the future of the economy.
You know, I appreciate us going back and looking at a dose of reality. That's what I want people to think about today in an effort to plan. I don't want to be the sky's falling. I don't want to be the guy that's, the nervous Nelly. But I do want to put a dose of reality of what I and several other professionals expect to see coming forward, if that's all right with y'all.
Absolutely.
So let's look, and I've got some disclosures at the end of where this data comes from, but I've always talked about data with you guys. I've always talked about the reality of the information of what is going on. So we saw jobless claims last week come out for the week ending May 1st. Y'all, last year at this time, 1 year ago, there were 225,000 initial jobless claims. That means people indicating they were out of work. Last week, do you know what that number was?
What?
3.1 million people are out of work last week alone.
Mind-boggling.
Our Secretary of Treasury, Mnuchin, says he expects those numbers to increase to the point where we're higher than the Great Depression. All right? Again, I'm not trying to be a nervous Nelly. I'm trying to be reality. You'll get my point as we move through this. The consumer is king. Think about this. What do? We consume stuff. We buy stuff. We put our money in products and goods and services. Retail sales for last week, May the 2nd, are down 9.3%. A year ago, they were positive 5.9. All right, let's keep that going. You'll see where I'm going with this in a second. Box office. Something that we've talked about already about music sales and things like that. The box office, the movies that we go to, the week ending April 30th. So it's 1 week period. The week of this year, 2020, ending April 30th, they brought in $18,000.
Wow.
Last year, same time period. Are you sitting down? Last week, same time period, $536 million.
Good grief.
There's a big difference there, guys. Of course, all movie houses are shut down.
Right.
Theaters are shut down.
Right.
So that's indicative of that. Let's look at hotel occupancy. Week ending May 2nd, they're level. They had 28% occupancy. A year ago, they had 87% occupancy. People aren't traveling, folks. Let's look at TSA. That's the Transportation Security Administration. That's the people who are checking you through security. Last week, nationwide, all right, nationwide, they saw 140,000 people. So on that day, May the 6th, a year ago, they saw 2.2 million people. It's down 93.8%.
Everybody's staying home.
Everybody's staying at home. And I think we've got to go through some of that. So I've painted that picture. The retail, the box office, the hotels, the transportation security. again, that's how we as a public are spending our money. Right now, we're not. We've got more people out of work. Folks, I want to get across to you that I personally believe there are a lot of economists out there as well that think we've got to go through a little more pain before it gets better. All right? That's the reality of what we're seeing. I hope and pray we get through this quickly.
Yes.
I hope and pray that this thing starts to move as Alabama starts to open more and more today, because Monday, that's today, gyms open up.
That's right.
Our churches can start back.
Restaurants.
Our way of life can look a little bit like it did, but what I want to prepare you for, it's not going to look like it did prior to this.
That's right.
Your capacity is going to be lower. Be patient. Be patient going to a store or a restaurant. Be patient with folks because they're trying to work too. So, folks, I want to get you that dose of reality because I want you prepared. And that's what we help people do, is prepare for that future, that unknown. Because I guarantee you, if you've got a plan, you're much more successful. All right, let me show you where all my data came from. First Trust Advisor, one of my great companies we use, Department of Labor, Red Book Research, Box Office Now, Hotel News Now, TSA, Energy Info. Folks, be prepared is all I'm asking you to do. Let's get a dose of reality. I know today was kind of a reality check.
That's right.
I want to make sure that you guys are ready to meet the need as it comes out, as we come out of this thing. It's going to take some patience, and it's going to take some hard work.
Good advice. And it begins today, as you said, as things reopen. I know a whole lot of hairdressers who will sleep well tonight because they're going to be exhausted after the day that they're going to have today.
Man, I can't wait to go see my folks down the street to get my hair cut. It's going to be an awesome start to the thing. So be patient, be real, and be prepared. If you need our help, Lance at LanceHoka.com, 205-345-9733. Lance Hoka Financial Group is an independent firm. We clear through SA Stone. God bless you. Hey, let's get some notes from you, our listeners tomorrow. Email us, tap the app. God bless you.
Thank you. 95.3 The Bear. I like it when he says, tap that app. Send any messages you have about your money, a more comfortable approach to all things money. LanceHoka.com or Lance at LanceHoka.com.